Oh my goodness. The Dallas Wings got the number 1 pick, the LA Sparks number 2, Chicago Sky number 3, and the Washington Mystics number 4. Whoo. Yeah, okay. Dallas won the Paige Lottery. Man, the Sky ain't never gonna get that number 1 pick. We ain't never gonna get that number 1 pick. Yeah, Dallas for sure is getting Paige Beckers. For sure. Man. Rakia was pretty annoyed though. She was like, oh. man. Girl says it actually worked out nicely. I'm cool with the 3rd pick. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Then this is me talking as a Chicago Sky fan. We need it better than a 4. We need it better than a number 4 pick. And so, yeah. Amazing says that means Anissa will go to Chicago. No, she won't. No. Anissa Morrow is fantastic. There's a lot of people that, and I think that ESPN has Anissa Morrow like as a lottery pick, I think. She's really high up there. I don't think Anissa Morrow's a lottery pick in this draft. I don't. I really don't. But, yeah. So yeah. This is cool. This is cool. They interviewing Maddie Seagrass, asking her a whole bunch of questions. But yeah, the anticipation is here. It pays to be trash, and shout out to the Dallas Wings. Y'all were trash this year, and y'all got rewarded. Y'all got rewarded, okay? Shakira says, I don't see Paige fitting with Dallas well. Here's the thing, though. Here's the genius thing. Here is the genius thing, guys. So I don't know if y'all realize this, but the Dallas Wings and the LA Sparks still do not have a coach, right? They still have not hired a new head coach. Yes, the Dallas Wings do have Kurt Miller as their GM, but they do not have a coach just yet. And let me tell you the genius behind this. Basically, everybody knows whoever has the number 1 pick has Paige Beckers. That's what everybody knows. Like, right? That's clear, right? Whoever has the number 1 pick has Paige Beckers because this is the lottery for Paige Beckers. Okay. And I think that LA and Dallas were waiting. They were waiting to see who's going to get that number 1 pick to determine what coach to get. So I truly believe that the Dallas Wings are now going to get a coach. They're now going to hire their coach based off of the strengths of Paige Beckers. Okay? So yeah, Paige Beckers going to Dallas, it's going to work because they are going to hire a coach that's just going to fit that. Okay? They're going to hire a coach that's going to fit that. Yes, Lindy, I think yes. Yeah, Lindy says now getting Paige, they will get a coach. I'm sure they were just waiting. Yeah, they were just waiting. They were just waiting. Dallas and the LA Sparks were just waiting to see who was going to get that number 1 pick. So, yeah, we can expect a team that honestly is going to operate in a similar way to the UConn Huskies, right? Because that's the coach you're going to try to get. No, they're not getting Gino. I don't see that happening. But I mean, if that did, that'd be crazy. But for sure, it's going to be a lot of similarities because it's going to be following the strengths of Paige Beckers. Machiavelli says Paige and Arike are not a good fit. I think it's not the most obvious fit, for sure. Not the most obvious fit, but it could be interesting. But I'm going to tell you this. The Dallas Wings, I can guarantee you, their priority is Paige Beckers. And everybody else got to get in line, and if they don't, then they got to go. Okay? Like, honestly. Like, that seems to be how it is nowadays. It's about the young talent and making that a priority. And if the other ones don't want to get on board with that, okay, well, bye-bye. Now, of course, would Dallas love to keep Arike in the fold? Absolutely. Absolutely. But, the priority is your new young player, right? That's your priority. So that's kind of my thoughts right there. That's kind of my thoughts. But here's the thing though. I think for the LA Sparks, yes, you lose the Paige Lottery, but also I'm thinking like, who in the world do they get? Because the number one player in the draft is Paige Beckers, right? That's the number one player in the draft. Number two is Kiki Ira-Afin, right? She's the second best player in my opinion. But the LA Sparks guys do not need a post player. They don't. So could we possibly see a trade? Possibly. Like seriously, I think there's a good chance we may end up seeing a trade because it would make no sense for the LA Sparks to get Kiki because you got Rakia Jackson, you got Cameron Brink. I mean, sure you can get Kiki Ira-Afin, but you also have De'Arica Hamby as well. You're gonna have to trade somebody away if you want Kiki Ira-Afin, you know? And so the Sparks, yeah, they need a point guard. Dallas needs a point guard. The Chicago Sky needs a point guard. The Washington Mystics needs a point guard. That's why this draft was all about Paige Beckers. So now you got that settled. She's going to Dallas. We have Olivia Miles on the board. It's a question mark. I don't think Olivia Miles stays past 3, which is why I'm happy that the Chicago Sky ended up getting that number 3 spot. Because to me, Olivia Miles should be set for number 3. But also, there's a possibility that maybe LA even decides to draft Olivia Miles at 2. I don't know. I think it's going to be kind of tough to figure out what happens from here. So yeah. Markeisha says, do you think her draft stock will move? Who? Paige? No. It's staying at 3. Kiki? Possibly. Because Kiki is the second best player. Like, she just is. But if the top 4 teams don't need a post player as much as they need a guard, you gotta make some changes, right? John, you should be very happy because your team has officially won the hunt for Paige Beckers. So congratulations to the Dallas Wings. Congratulations. Y'all have won, and the draft lottery is the one time where it's like you reward people for their failures. Congratulations, you sucked. Congratulations. But yeah, Arike Ogunbowale just posted on Twitter. She said, "I just fell to my knees. Thank you, Lord." So it seemed like Arike is actually loving the fact that that they have that they got Paige Beckers. So clearly, it's gonna work out. Clearly, it is going to work out. So yes, it's Paige Beckers. They ask him, will it be Paige Beckers? Everybody knows it's Paige Beckers. Unless Paige gets hurt, it's Paige. Okay? But y'all, check out the post. I just put it here. Check out the post that was just posted by Arike Ogunbowale. She said, "I just fell to my knees. Thank you, Lord." She's happy. So the idea of, will it work out between Arike and Paige? I think it's gonna work out. I think it's going to work out because Arike's down for it. Arike's ready to work. Arike knows that her days of just being able to jack up whatever she wants to jack up is not going to happen no more. And she's cool with that. Clearly she is cool with that. And so, yeah. So I'm interested. Ed says, how high is the percentage for Paige to stay another year in college? She cannot. I mean, she can stay another year in college. She cannot play basketball anymore in college. If she wants to stay and study some random thing, she could. But her eligibility is over. This is Paige's last year of eligibility, okay? This is her last year. So she can't come back to play in college basketball next year. So she has to leave now. She's 23 years old. So, she's pretty old for a college player, right? Shakira says Paige played a full season last year, and they had a short bench. Yes, she did, and she played well. Like we saw Paige Beckers go from point guard to power forward to just kind of doing a little bit of everything, playing close to 40 minutes a night. So yeah, she did her thing. So yeah. Curtis says Paige and Arike can be Clark and Mitchell. Sure, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think that's a clean comparison, because Kelsey Mitchell is a better shooter than Arike Ogunbowale. Arike is a big bucket type of shooter, but in terms of like percentages, in terms of like stuff in general, like I think Kelsey Mitchell's better. And Paige is not a volume is not like a volume shooter like Caitlin is. Though Gino is trying to force her to be this year. Gino is trying to force Paige Beckers to shoot up a lot of shots. That's not something she does. We could see games where, UConn wins and Paige is huge the whole game, but she only has like, 6, 7 field goals in the game. Gino wants way more field goals. And we just saw, I think she had like 21 field goals recently in a win they just had. That's sort of closer to the amount of field goals that like Gino wants Paige to make. Because like Paige is not she can score whatever she wants, but she's not as like quick of a trigger as Gino wants her to be. So like, I don't know. It's not. I don't think that's that clean of a comparison, at all. I get what you're trying to say, but like I don't think that's a clean comparison. Like I think it's not the same. It's not the same. Leanne says, I'm actually hyped that Paige is coming to Dallas. They are my number 2 team after the Sky, then the Sparks. Yeah, I mean, Dallas is looking up. Remember, they have plans to move. I don't think it's this upcoming season, but I believe it's the next season. They have plans to move into downtown Dallas. Right now, they're in the suburbs, in a very small arena. They're moving to Dallas, in a better arena that's actually getting renovated right now. It's going to hold more people, and so like it just makes sense that like yes, time for you to get a big name player. Yeah, you have Arike, but like you about the double, triple your support. Because these UConn people, they roll deep, man. UConn fans roll deep. Okay. Eric says, do you think Natasha Cloud might go to a team like Chicago since they need a point guard? I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't think that'd be a bad idea at all. Now Natasha Cloud seems to really enjoy Phoenix. I don't see her leaving Phoenix to go to Chicago. If she went to Chicago, would she be successful there? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah. Viral King says, Vari King says, Satu should stay with Dallas and ride the wave. I think she might actually. Now that the coach has been fired, now that you have Paige Beckers on her way, the Dallas Wings have a chance to do a lot of the things that the Indiana Fever did this year, in terms of you add in a high piece point guard, you have some shooting already, you have some of your post play already in there. Let's make a run for the playoffs. Like I could absolutely see them making the playoffs next year if Paige Beckers has a healthy season, and if they're able to get a coach on the team that can help to shore up all the benefits that Paige has to offer, as well as getting rid of the liabilities that they have. If Dallas is able to keep Satu Sabally, and if they are able later in the draft to get somebody else that could be a post player, you get rid of the Twin Towers, because that's not working. It's not working for both Kalani Brown and Tierra McCowan to be on the same team. One of them got to go. Okay. And then you have a starting lineup where it's like Paige Beckers, Arike, Maddie Siegrist, Satu Sabally, and like maybe it's a Tierra McCowan. you know, and then you bring somebody else in, like, not bad, not a bad decision, not a bad decision for Dallas. You know, I think that could work. You know, the key right here is like who are the Sparks gonna get? That's the key right here. Because we know Paige, number one to Dallas. Number two, like who we going for, right? Are we gonna get Kiki Irafen? Like, if we get Kiki, I say we, like I'm like I'm with the LA Sparks, but like if I'm like the higher ups at LA, I'm like, hey, if we get Kiki, do we trade her for more opportunities for because she's such a high value player, or do we draft her, move Rakia to the number 3 spot, and start De'Arica Hamby initially, eventually either trading her or doing something with her. Like, that's the thing. Like, I could see Kiki Irafen starting as a rookie in the WNBA. But the LA Sparks already have their stuff set in terms of posts. You got Rakia at the 3, you got De'Arica at the 4, you have Cameron Brink at the 5, and Azurá Stevens, right? Coming off the bench. You kind of already have your post players. So if you get Kiki, okay, well then somebody got to go. Like, are you getting rid of De'Arica Hamby? You know, that's the thing. Or do you just draft Olivia Miles at the number 2's pick? I mean, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad at all, because Olivia Miles is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. I don't know. My hope is that they do not draft Olivia Miles, because I want Olivia Miles for the Chicago Sky. But yeah, it's about to be interesting. Albert says, "I assure you that all the games between Dallas and Indiana will be broadcast nationally." Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Yes. This is the tough one, because, you know, if I'm the Golden State Valkyries, I'm trying to figure out who I can get in the expansion draft, and whoever I can get for that, maybe I'm trying to see, LA, what do you want? What combination of stuff do you want so we can get Kiki Irafen? Because, guys, imagine if the Golden State Valkyries were able to figure out a way to get a trade with the LA Sparks and get that number 2 pick, because the top 4 teams in this draft do not need a post player. They don't. So the number 1 pick is the Dallas Wings. The number 2 pick is the LA Sparks. The number 3 pick is the Chicago Sky. And the number 4 pick is the Washington Mystics. None of those, in my opinion, critically needs a post player. But what you do need is you do need a point guard for all of these players, all these teams. And so if I'm Golden State, maybe I'm saying, hey, buddy, old pal, neighbor, LA Sparks, what can we do? What can we make happen to get us Kiki Irafen? What can we do? You know, what can we do? That's what I'm thinking. If I'm Golden State, I'm trying to figure out what I can do to get that number 2 pick so I can get Kiki Irafen. Yeah. So we gonna see. We are going to see. Yeah, Booker, that's hilarious. It says Kurt tanked for Paige, got fired, and still ended up with Paige. Yep, because he is with the Dallas Wings now. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, guys, I have to go so I can go prepare for the Texas DePaul game. I may end up live streaming parts of that game, so stay tuned on the channel for that. But guys, we have our draft solidified. You know, let's go WNBA, man. You know, the Paige lottery is set. She is going to Dallas. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching. We will have a episode of Women's Basketball Weekly tomorrow, where I will go through this. So yeah, talk to y'all soon. Hit that like button on y'all way out, and yeah, Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.